Hi darlings, welcome back to my makeup garden. It's Liz. So we're going to do a get ready with me today, and I am going to play with the Simply Posh Fairytale Fairies palette here. So I have not used this palette yet, but I have swatched the shimmers, and here's why. So this is a re-release. It wasn't like a brand new palette. They just came back with it. It was back in stock. I picked it up, and then there was a memo that Simply Posh put on their Instagram that said 4 of the shimmers were hard panned and mine are hard panned. So they issued partial refunds for the palette, like, you know, partials, but so these 4 shades, they are prone to hard panning. And I actually, in swatching this one and, you know, pushing down into this one, I actually did end up breaking the shade. So I just repressed it myself. But I have not tried the rest of the palette yet, and I do want to play with it. The hard panning is not going to stop me from using it. I had no problems getting it on my finger. It's one of those things that's kind of annoying. It's not, you know, great. So I kind of want to do a cotton candy look today. So I think we're going to go into the shade here. And let's go ahead and do this. We're going to do eyes first because, you know, that's what I generally like to do. So this is the shade Fantasy. I wanted this palette for a long time, and it went out of stock. So what happened was I didn't know about Simply Posh, and they released this palette, and I didn't know who they were or like any of that. And so this palette sold out, and it sold out again, and then it didn't come back. Then they started like re-releasing some of their older palettes and all that. Well, that shade went on just fine. Not bad for a light pink without a primer. But yeah, so it ended up re-releasing, and I'm like, okay, I want this palette. I still kind of want their Genuine Gems palette, but I do have the Nomad Royal Europe palette, and it has a lot of similar type colors plus multi-chromes. So I don't know that I need Genuine Gems, but do I need any eyeshadow at this point? Probably not, no. So anyway, so I have it, so let's use it. So lately I have been looking into podcasts because I want something a little bit different, just to kind of do, like, to add for entertainment reasons. Right here, I'm gonna go into the shade here. Instead of listening to like murder podcasts, or not podcasts specifically, but murder shows all the time, and you know, listen, I love a good true crime. I enjoy listening to that in my spare time. I know, right? Other people's trauma relaxes me. There's a few psychologists out there who will have things to say about that, but it's the reality. So, and previously I've only really listened to like Bailey Sarian, like true crime, like real crimes, FBI files, that kind of thing, you know, where it's basically like older shows. So see how that's going on? It's a little bit patchy, not the easiest. It is a darker burgundy color though, so kind of par for the course, I'd say. But otherwise it's going on really pretty. I'm not sure what direction I'm going with this eye, by the way. So anyway, like, I've listened to a lot of like true crime, but not as much in a podcast format. It's mostly like shows that end up streaming on YouTube. So I'm kind of looking for something I can pop my headphones in, and that way I'm still able to play with my littles, and then, you know, multitask, because that's what you do. When you reproduce, if you don't learn to multitask, then you will not be getting a lot of free time. At least I don't. So I've been looking into podcasts because I really like funny. I really enjoy humor and comedy, that kind of thing. So I've been on the hunt, and I have found a few that look really promising, and I just wanted to talk with you guys about them a little bit. So there's one that I found that's called Who Shat at My Wedding? And it's basically like amateur detective hour where somebody shits on the floor at this person's wedding, and they start interviewing guests and giving lie detector tests, and it's apparently really funny. And I have not, listen, I just downloaded like these, not really, it's not fully downloading. You know where you stream it, you add it to your like follow list. So I just started following these so that I can like listen in entirety, but that sounds very promising. It's like, you know, comedy meets true crime. So I have picked that one. And then I've also decided to start listening to Two Bears, One Cave, and Bert Kreschner. I can never pronounce his last name properly, and that's on me. But Bert Kreschner, he's a comedian, and who is the other person? Another comedian. I'm blanking on their name right now. Have a podcast, and they have guests on there, and I've seen snippets from it, but I didn't realize that it was like an actual podcast. I thought it was just, you know, them fucking around on a radio show or something, but it's called Two Bears, One Cave. So that will be one that I end up doing, or listening to, I should say. Well, this is going on really pretty. I like how this is coming out. I'm just going in with a little bit more of the light pink shade Fantasy to just blend a little bit. So Rose eating lunch right now, so she is still active, but so anyway, so it's Two Bears, One Cave. So I'm really curious what kind of guests. I've seen snippets, and it looks like they have guests on, and then they kind of tell each other like stupid stories, and I like that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, well, that's going on nicely. I think I'm gonna go into, let me put a little glitter primer on, just because, you know, normally I like to test the first time I use a palette without glitter primer, but I just don't feel like it today. So, all right, what I've started doing, by the way, is I take a little bit of my NYX glitter primer here, and I put it on my finger, and then I tap it like this, and then that way I don't waste any on the back of my hand. I'm just putting in the center of my lid. I want to keep things like light and airy today, so. But this way I don't waste any, you know? Get all my lashes there. But I've been wearing lashes a lot lately, so I'm not going to put fake, like, falsies on today. I'll just put some mascara on. So, okay. Lash primer on. Don't see any crinkles. Good sign. Let's go into Enchanted here. That pink would be pretty. Or do I want to do Wishes? What do you think? That one? Or this one? I kind of want to do this one. Let's do this one. So I'm looking forward to those. And then there is a third. Well, there's several that I would like to listen to. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. That's kind of what I had in mind for today. In the pan, it looks very, like, kind of periwinkle blue, but on the lid, it looks really pretty. That's nice. Okay. Probably going to want something a little bit darker. That's one thing I will say about this palette, is that it does appear, it needs a little bit more depth, in my opinion. Like, it needs a darker purple or like a navy blue, something like that. I may end up customizing this palette because it has a lot of really redeeming qualities, and I just feel like I want like this gray shade. Am I going to use that? Probably not. Probably not really. I'd be interested in replacing it with like a matte, like a dark matte purple. I think that would be a good mix for me. So, well, I like this. I like this, how this is going on. This is pretty. It needs a little something, a little zhuzh, I think. Let's see. Let's see if we can give it a little bit of depth. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. It needs this palette needs a little bit of depth. I might go into this one here and just tap some on the outer corners there. All right, let's see. Let's go into Enchanted. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of depth. Is it a little bit better? See, this shade is the one that I broke when I was trying to get it on my finger. I literally just pressed down like to swatch a little bit, and the damn thing like just broke. I will say these colors are really pretty. I don't know that this is really doing anything. I guess it's adding a little bit of something, but honestly, that shade's a little bit disappointing. Not gonna lie. Okay, well, we're just gonna go with that. And let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and put on, do I wanna do eyeliner today? I feel like it kind of needs eyeliner. So I'm gonna do some eyeliner and I'm gonna do mascara and I will be right back. Okay, so that's done. I use this Tartiest. I'm trying to use this up. It's almost done. It's drying out pretty quickly. This Man-Eater Tartiest, this one, the double-ended liner. It's okay, it's just starting to dry out, but I love how black it is. And then the Essence Kajal liner. It's like, this is like a $3 liner. It's not a bad black like eyeliner. It's just a normal pencil, but this is my current time to use it up focus. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some foundation on. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match. But yeah, so I've just been listening, we're starting to listen, I guess, to some podcasts because, you know, it's nice to be able to, oh, did I prime? Totally did not prime. That's okay. If you notice the light is changing, that's because it is. It is very overcast. It is about to pour, and yeah, put that on. Look, so close. It really is a good match. It really is a good match. So yeah, so just trying to do that. And I'm watching an anime right now. I'm watching Black Clover again. And it's such a great show, but the show was animated faster than the manga. So they ran out of material. So they were continuing the manga, and then I guess they were gonna wrap up the series in a movie. Oh, there's too much on my forehead. It's okay, we'll move some down. So they're wrapping up the series, I guess, from what I understand. You know, things always change in that world. But they're wrapping up in a movie. So that movie is actually on Netflix right now. So I started rewatching the series so that I could watch the movie because duh, of course, like that's how it has to be. So yeah, I'm like, okay. So I'm almost done. I'm on like, out of 171 episodes, I'm on episode like 120 maybe. So I'm almost there. I use Crunchyroll, so I know Funimation's an option, but there's so many commercials, and I use Crunchyroll, and I have the monthly subscription now because without it, the commercials are awful. They're just like, oh my gosh. I really do like this foundation. Man, it's so good. Like, that's just with a brush, and then we're gonna tap with a good old sponge here. And this is damp. This one's by Artitude. It's not bad. It's about the same price as a Real Techniques one. So if I was going to place an order with Artitude again, depending on, you know, future, I would just pick up a couple more of these. But, oh my gosh, that base, though. You know I'm all about that base. Okay, so that's done. So I got gifted through Skeepers this Halo, like honey, let's see, 4-in-1 Halo Smashbox concealer. And it's the wrong shade. But I am trying to use it. I don't want to waste it, you know? It's got this clicky brush. So I did use this on a reel, and I put that same, like the extended version of that reel on my TikTok. But see, look, it's the wrong shade, but I don't want to waste it. So I'm just using it as a color corrector. And then I'll put a little bit of the Shape Tape on top in the right color just for some brightening. But yeah, it's not awful. It's close to my actual skin tone, you know, but I just kind of am using it as a color corrector under the eyes. Just to I've had a lot of dark circles because I've been staying up late. I've been staying up late to watch anime, so, but yeah, it's too warm for me, honestly, but after I bronze and blush, it'll be fine. But yeah, okay, let's put a little bit of the ShapeTape because that's the concealer that will not die. It's a concealer that just goes on and on, my friends. All right, so a little bit of the ShapeTape. Wow, I got really close to the camera without meaning to. Let me bring it on back, friends. So yeah, if you have any anime or any podcast recommendations, please will you comment them below? Or if you don't feel like commenting because, you're private, that's okay. Just message me on Instagram. It's my makeup garden on Instagram. And you can message me and I will check them out. I like a good, friendship overcomes adversity kind of a anime. But I like all kinds of different animes. I've never gotten into the cooking show ones. So that would be new for me, but oh my gosh, look how good that looks. It looks so good. Listen, okay. I've really been trying to not be a lazy ass when it comes to my skincare too. And man, does it make a difference for me? It makes such a difference. Okay. That's on. Should we let that set down or should I powder it? Let's powder it. All right, let's see. Just gonna grab this little brush right here. But yeah, so I feel like it's been, a while since I've done a get ready with me and I miss doing them. So I'm making an effort, friends, even if things aren't perfect. I'm just using this Shape Tape. I have to hit pan on this eventually, right? Can you see it in there? Probably not. It's got a nice little dent. You can kind of see it there. I have to hit pan eventually, right? It's gonna happen, right? It has to. It just keeps going. There's no pan in sight. Okay, so let's get the bronzy on. Oh, this sets out. It's just so nice. Man, oh man. If it wasn't for the Shape Tape, I wouldn't even set that concealer down because the Smashbox one, I really like it without setting it. The powder is okay, but setting it, not setting it, it looks gorgeous. So, okay. Blush first or bronzer? Let's do bronzer first. Okay. Eventually I'll hit pan in this too. It's gotta happen eventually, I don't know how deep these Tarte pans are, but damn. All right, let's go this way. Get a little bronzy. So yeah, if you have those anime or podcast recommendations, please let me know. I'm interested in a lot of different things. Right now, I'm currently subscribed to Bailey Sarian's Dark History. I'm subscribed to Murder Mystery Makeup Monday because in case you didn't know, she's turned the Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays into podcast as well. So that is actually listed as a podcast on Apple Podcasts. And then I've also been listening to TED Talks because I love a good TED Talk. I just think having new perspectives is, really smart and it makes me feel educated. Not that you're uneducated if you're, not listening to TED Talks, but I like to grow my mind. So, all right. For blush, I have been using my Holika Jelly Blusher. This one's in, what is this called? Nuts Jelly, which there will never come a time when a penis joke is not funny, okay? For me anyway. I said what I said. Now a joke, not unsolicited penis, but it's just so pretty. It's just a gorgeous color. It's like my natural blush. The one that you hide with makeup and then add back in. That's what it looks like to me. But I really like this. I don't like this with my normal blush brush though. I think this little pad is very smart on their part. So I am just using, if I'm looking away from you, it's because I'm actually looking at what I'm doing on camera instead of at a mirror on the side. I guess I could use this little tiny mirror that's in here. But, oh, and I just have my Lash Paradise on, just FYI. But man, that's cute. Am I going to neglect my brows today? Probably. So, okay. This is cute. This is cute. I like this. Okay. So oh, by the way, I am looking for a pearlescent kind of highlighter. I don't always want to glow to the gods. And I know I had one that was just kind of pearlescent, kind of very natural looking highlight. I don't want to spend hourglass money. So if you have like a drugstore one that you think is pretty, will you comment it and let me know? Because I'm just kind of looking for basic highlight for every day. I don't always want to glow to the gods. So, okay, that's done. Let's finish these eyes. So let's grab that brush. Let's grab this brush. Okay, so let's go into Fairytale Fairies. Let's see what we have here. I was kind of hoping for like blue, like let's do this. Okay, let's go this route here. Hello friend, that's me. Let's do that color on the lower lash line. And let's see, grab my BlendBunny brush here. This one's called Dreamy. So let's see how this translates. I'm kind of going for cotton candy energy today, friends. Let's see how this one shows up. Is there something on my brush already? No. Is that showing up? There it is. Okay. It just looks a little different than I thought it would on the eye. Don't get me wrong, it looks nice. It's just not, you know, exactly what I had in mind. Okay. I think it's okay. See, I'm going into this shade, but it looks like this on the eye. Can you see why I'm confused? Right? Maybe with a primer, this one will show up true to life, but it's not showing up true to life on my skin tone. So, all right. Yep. At first I was thinking like, oh no, it's me. Nope, definitely not me. Okay. I mean, it's cute, but it's not what I was expecting. Okay. Let's see, will it build up a little bit? Let's see what we got going on here. I'm gonna put on black mascara on my waterline. Okay, well, I don't think that's even remotely close. I'm looking at it and I'm like, but where is the brightness? This shade is let's see if it'll build up a little bit. Okay, well, listen, friends. I think we're gonna give up on that dream for us. That's not working out. No, that's not working the way I was hoping. Okay, well, let's just put a little mascara and some eyeliner on this lower waterline, and then let's just move on with our day. This is the Lash Paradise, and it is almost done. It is drying out. We've reached that point. So, do I think this look is cute? Yeah, it's cute. There we go. It's not what I was expecting, but it's cute. So, okay. Why don't we brighten up this lower waterline with a little bit of eyeliner? Let's see. There's a pretty one by Colourpop called Prance. And that's what I'm thinking is going to be a good fit. So let's grab that. So it's kind of like this periwinkle type color. Let's add this to the waterline, see if that helps. And then we'll add a little zhuzh to the inner corner. So then see what happens. I do wear contact lenses, and I will tell you, friends, these Colourpop gel liners have never once bothered my eyes. Not once. I've not had a single color bother my waterline. Not bother my eyes, nothing. See, that just... Oh, I'm so cute right now. Okay. I know, right? So humble. Okay, I think that is exactly what I want. Let's add a little zhuzh to the inner corner. I'm thinking maybe a bright blue. What do you think? Okay, let's grab a BlendBunny brush here. Make sure it's clean. I did just wash all my brushes. I'm going to do a brush declutter here. I currently have like a bin of brushes that I'm like, no, time to get rid of. I just have to do it. Okay, so let's see. What shade is going to be bright enough? I'm thinking this one would be fun. That one's called Ethereal. I don't know. Should we do that? Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? I don't know if it's quite bright enough for what I was looking for, but we gonna use it. Let's see how it comes out. Well, it's pretty. It's just not like highlight to the God's inner corner highlight, but it is pretty. I'm not loving this inner corner. I don't feel like it's quite bright enough. I am gonna grab something else. Let's grab, I kind of want something brighter. Let's do like this one, this or this. Or, okay, let's go this one. This one's called, oh no, I don't want to do that one. Let's do Palaemon, which is, this one's from Devinah. I'm just going to go into this one because I want something brighter on my inner corner. And that seafoamy kind of color, it's really just not cutting it. It's just, you know, let me spray this. Let's see how this is going to look. World's better. That is world's better. Beautiful. Even over that blue, I think that's really nice. Okay. That's more my speed, friends. Brush that there. Okay. That's not bad. I like how we're feeling. Let me add a little bit of bronzer, and I think we'll probably be done, right? Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so I'm just going into my Ofra. I did pick up a new bronzer. I'm going to do a haul video here shortly. So I'm thinking that I'll just show that like on my haul video, and I'll just do because I didn't buy too much, but I bought enough to where I was like, ooh, I could probably find this. Okay, so I think that's okay. What do you think? I think my base is looking so good. I am beyond ecstatic, and I'm not too blushed to the gods today, so that's rare for me these days. Let's add some BlendBunny lip oil because I'm not really going anywhere, so I don't need to waste my lip products. I'll just wear something comfortable because we're gonna eat lunch here in a little bit. So, all right, and I think that is gonna be the completed look. So, first impressions of the Fairytale Fairies palette by Simply Posh. First impressions, it needs depth for me. It needs like a dark purple. And then that way you have balance, you know? You have dark and like some midtones with lighter pastels. It is Fairytale Fairies, like I get the theming, but I don't know. I feel like it needs a little bit of depth. I also wish that one of these shades was just a little bit lighter, like a little bit brighter. That way it would be a one and done for me. This is definitely a palette. I think that I'm gonna have to add, like use other palettes with it to kind of get what I want. But it's really pretty. I like it. These are hard panned, like already, like just touching them. They are hard, I should say they're hard pressed. They're not hard panned yet, but they will be. I think they will be. But they are definitely hard pressed, and so they're a little bit harder to work with, but they work fine. You just have to work a little bit harder to get, like I have to work a little bit harder anyway to get what I want. I'm going to keep playing with this. I think it's a gorgeous color story. I'm going to keep using it. What I may end up doing is I may end up mushing up the shades that are hard panned and trying to repress them myself and just kind of see what happens. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. I think it's gorgeous. I like it a lot. So I'm loving my base today though. Brr. She's so cute. Anyway, I love your faces. Thanks for making it this far. And if you did make it this far, why don't you leave me like a fairy emoji or something? Just leave me a fairy emoji. And I love your faces. Thanks for hanging out with me while I get ready to go nowhere and just kind of chill in my house. Really, I just do get ready with me when I'm not going anywhere. So one, I feel more put together because when you're a stay-at-home mom, like it's so easy to feel like a piece of frump. And two, so when I catch my reflection in the microwave, I can go, damn, hey. So anyway, I love your faces. Thanks for subscribing and liking and all that jazz. I appreciate y'all. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye.